Okay, good morning everybody and welcome to the third World Conference of the Association for Borderland Studies, which is taking place here in Eilat at the Eilat campus of Ben Gurion University. Eilat being, of course, the most appropriate location for such a conference, and the meeting place of almost four states, Israel, Egypt and Jordan, and of course they're not just regular borders, it's pretty much the meeting places of Africa, Asia, Europe, Middle East, and there couldn't have been a more appropriate place for this meeting to take place. We're pleased to welcome, not everybody's here in the pool right now, there's some people still on their way here, there's some people on delayed flights, but we're pleased to welcome almost 250 border scholars from all around the world. The meeting which is taking place, the last World Conference was in Vienna in 2018. The idea was to have it 4 years later, but some people, COVID, intervened, and it was slightly delayed. But we're glad it took place, and even more delighted to know that when offered the opportunity of physical or virtual participation, of the almost 250 participants, fewer than 20 people opted for virtual participation, which means to say we're back on the conference schedule, but we're back traveling, and I suppose that's healthy for all of us. The next 1.5 hours will be as follows. We'll have a 15-20 minutes greeting session, followed by the opening plenary, which I will introduce when we get there, and I will ask your patience at the end of that session for 5 or 6 minutes of housekeeping about various logistics to do with the conference over the next few days. We're delighted to have 3 people to greet us at the conference. We have, on behalf of the ABS, the Secretary General Francisco, who will himself introduce the President of the ABS, who has sent a virtual message as he was unable to get here at the last minute. Followed by that, we are very pleased to have the Mayor of Eilat, Mr. Eli Lankri, and we would like to thank the Eilat municipality for the fantastic reception we had last night on the beachfront in Eilat. The food was good, the wine was good, and the weather was excellent. And the sunset was even better. And we also have, at the end, we have the Dean of the Eilat campus, Professor Yaniv Poria, who has so kindly enabled us to have the conference in this location. He and his staff have gone out of the way to make us welcome. They've been very helpful. And before he greets us, I would like to thank him and all of his staff in having us here and so on. I would also like to say a personal welcome to the new Egyptian consul to this area, Mr. Mohammed Abdel Ali, who is, he represents Egypt in this part of Israel, and he's come this morning to be with us. And I would like to say, I hope this points forward to a lot of fruitful cooperation between Israel and Egypt and Eilat and Taba over the next few years while you're in this important position. Thank you. And I'd like to start. Francisco will present Professor Momoya.
Thank you, David. I cannot be more happy than being here today after the meeting in Finland, Yeosu, that include a wonderful trip across the border with Russia. And then we have our second World Conference in Vienna that also include wonderful meetings and travel to Budapest. And now we are here with David Newman that has been able to bring people from all over the world to this wonderful gathering to continue our conversations about borders in a comparative perspective and across the world. It's a very exciting moment for the association. Unfortunately, Mark Montoya, our president, was not able to come here, but he asked me to represent him and represent the association in this meeting. I want to welcome you on the name of the association. I want to invite you to be more involved with the Association for Borderland Studies. As Mark will remind you in the video that he sent, the ABS is the largest and more diverse group of scholars internationally. It's the oldest also, and we welcome all disciplines. We welcome people from all places, from all geographies, and I hope that you can, after this meeting that David Newman has put together, become more interested in the work of the association. I see a lot of faces as I know, people that has been with the association as a member and position of leadership for a long time. So thank you, all of you, for coming, and I'm gonna let Mark Montoya to tell you how important is this meeting for us. Thank you.
The corporate papers have extraordinary responsibility, bringing together an extensive array of borderline scholars. This is quite a thing given the situation. While I'm unable to do
Okay, I think that this is causing all sorts of problems, this, so I think I'll speak without it. I have a loud enough voice, as you know. And I forgot to mention, just before I left home the other day, I suddenly said, I've got just the right tie for this event. I hadn't seen it in 5 years, and I went searching until I found my geopolitics tie. So at least it gives me the opportunity once in 10 years to wear it. I'd like to introduce the mayor of the city of Eilat, Mr. Eli Lankri.
I think I will need it. Yeah. Sorry. Good morning and welcome to Eilat. Professor David Newman, conference organizer and chair in geopolitics in the Department of Politics and Government at Plenary University. Professor Yaniv Faria, Dean of the Eilat campus. I would like to thank, of course, Professor Mark Montoya, President ABS Northern Arizona University, USA. Thank you, Mr. Francesco. Distinguished guests, we are thrilled to host you in our unique city, whose beauty and charm are evident in every corner. From the peaceful, spiritual desert with sparse-like bordered by mountains of all colors and shapes on one side, to a sea teeming with wealth of marine life and one of the most beautiful bays in the world on the other. All of which combine to make Eilat an international cosmopolitan city that annually welcomes 3 million tourists, offering a broad spectrum of cultural pleasures, fine cuisines, and shopping alongside conferences, festivals, and international competitions. Not limited to tourism and leisure, and home to a seaport and airport being located at the tip of 3 continents and 3 borders, Egypt to the south and Jordan in the east. Eilat is a bridge to partnership and to reinforcing environmental and economic peace, making it a strategic asset for the state of Israel. Nowadays, we are advancing in several channels where Eilat has a clear advantage, one of which involves aquaculture and marine biotechnology. The city of Eilat offers an ecosystem that includes school education, development of a unique academic program, CTEC, here in this university, science and research. This is all made possible by one of the leading research centers in the world, as well as natural resources that have proven to be fertile ground for research and development. On the agenda is the establishment of an international center that will lead research on major issues affecting the 21st century in marine science and aquaculture, as well as facilitating solutions to climate damage, some of which affect the deep ocean. The second channel we are living on an international level is renewable in energy, as evidenced by Eilat being one of the only cities in the Middle East that was selected along with 112 cities around the world to lead the global fight against greenhouse gas emissions as part of the European Union's revolutionary plan. I'm proud to say that Eilat generates 100% of its daytime electricity from the sun, and that over the next several years will become the first energy independent city in the world that produces all of its energy needs from the sun 24/7. Also noted are our natural resources, which not only belong to us, but cross every political border. Therefore, inefficient and irresponsible use by any one party will necessarily affect those living on the other side. There is no question that broad regional initiatives and collaborations which are occurring at this time will generate a synergy and effective use of natural resources, thereby enhancing the socio-economic strength and quality of life of citizens on both sides of the border. I sincerely hope that geopolitical changes we have recently witnessed with the signing of the Abraham Accords and the geopolitical location of our city will make a bridge to commercial development and productive natural partnerships with our neighbors and the southern gateway to the entire state of Israel. A hearty welcome to everyone. Thank you.
And I'd like to welcome Professor Yaniv Poria, a senior member of faculty of Ben-Gurion University, who is currently the dean of this campus.
No. Good morning, everyone. I know that these greeting sessions have their own rituals, but people who know me, people who know this campus, know that I do not necessarily follow the rules or the formal rules, and I know that you are highly interested to go to have a break and eat something. So I will do it a bit differently. We are speaking today, you will be speaking today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, about borders. I want to take this opportunity. If you have colleagues in Jordan, in Egypt, please tell your colleagues that you met the dean of Eilat campus and you really want to collaborate and cooperate with them on a win-win base. Please be our agent. We really want to host here. And we really want our students to go to Jordan and Egypt. Please be our agent of change. So I want to start with this. Usually you don't know who is the dean. I think here there is, I want to tell you what am I doing as a research area. I'm involved in the research of heritage tourism. What's going on in heritage places? And by the way, my observation, and here is scholars to scholars, is that actually, and I'm not so proud of this, specifically here in the Middle East, my impression is that in those heritage sites, we create borders. This is what they are here for. It's much easier, I think, to make a peace agreement between nations, between politicians. But unfortunately, from all sides, right now we are involved in creating, in grouping who is with me and who is not. I would like to tell you something about this campus. This campus is very unique, not necessarily because of its location. Yes, we are at the capital of the periphery of Israel. But what is the vision of this campus? I'm sure that you know, and I know that you are coming representing here 10 different disciplines, which is amazing. That here in the, sorry, not here, everywhere in the academy, we put borders to our students. There are very high borders in Israel to get accepted to the psychology department, to the engineering department. I want you to know that you are now sitting in a campus that its aim is to assist those children, those students that were not able to pass those borders and study here, providing them the best lectures, the best learning environment, and then have the exact exams as every other university, or specifically Ben-Gurion University, have. On the same minute, this exam will start on the same minute, and we are highly proud of the achievement of our students. So this is about the campus. And I have, I think, 1 minute or 90 seconds left. I hope that you will enjoy the lectures. I hope that you will go to the lectures. But I want to thank, Professor Newman thanked me. No, there are real people who worked very, very hard for the success of this event. On a personal level, I would like to thank Professor Newman that invested a lot of time, a lot of effort, and by the way, some of his money in the success of this event. I would like to thank Hilit, she's the one over there. And I would like, and I won't name each one of them, but I would like to thank all the employees of the Eilat campus that are so proud of the fact that you are our guest. We are delighted by the fact that you chose Eilat, and we really hope to see you again. Thank you.
He took the words out of my mouth, and there will be other opportunities, but we will be thanking both Hilit and the staff of Eilat campus. Just before we move into the opening session, there's one more announcement on behalf of the Association for Borderland Studies. Francisco, please.
Thank you, David. The nicest thing of being here is that I can say, good afternoon, David, because over the past 3 months, we were talking over Zoom about the conference, and I was never sure it was day or night when he was talking to me.
With a 10-hour time difference.
It was crazy. And so I just want to say that personally, I'm really grateful with David for all the effort and his staff for the effort they put in organizing this wonderful conference. They really worked a lot. It's not easy to organize something like this. So thank you, David, again for this. The ABS also, this year, as in the past, should put together a grand travel award for students, for graduate students and junior faculty. I just want to mention and acknowledge 6 people that are here, I guess, because they were recipients of the travel awards. David Russell is here. Can you stand up with David? Miguel Ángel Sigala, Mohanty, Jivandi. Be part of the conference, and we hope that you remain engaged with the association in future activities. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you to all the greeters.